Welcome to Spoken Library, where we decode the science behind exceptional achievement. Today, we are tackling one of the most stubborn myths in personal development, the myth of innate talent, with Grit, the Power of Passion and Perseverance by psychologist Angela Duckworth. For decades, we've been conditioned to believe that brilliance is a natural gift, that some people are simply born with the genius gene. Duckworth's rigorous research on West Point cadets, National Spelling Bee champions, and successful corporate executives proves otherwise. Her groundbreaking conclusion is that talent is overrated, and sustained effort is the primary driver of success. Duckworth defines grit as the combination of passion, having a long-term goal that you care about deeply, and perseverance, sticking with it, even through failure and adversity. It is the stamina required to pursue your future day in, day out, for years. We will break down this revolutionary concept into 3 parts: the grit formula, the 4 pillars of passion, and the framework for growing your grit. Let us begin by dissecting the fundamental equation of achievement. Duckworth provides a clear, mathematical framework for understanding why effort is always more important than talent. 1. The 2-equation formula. She argues that talent and effort relate to achievement in 2 distinct equations. Talent x effort equals skill. Skill x effort equals achievement. Notice how effort appears in both equations. Effort, therefore, counts twice. In the first equation, talent x effort equals skill effort is what transforms raw talent into genuine skill. A naturally gifted musician who never practices remains merely talented, while a less gifted person who dedicates thousands of hours builds substantial skill. In the second equation, skill x effort equals achievement effort is what turns skilled practice into tangible results. A highly skilled athlete who lacks the effort to compete at 100% loses to the opponent who works harder. The takeaway: talent is merely how quickly your skills improve when you exert effort. But it is only effort that determines whether you develop those skills at all, and whether you apply them in a meaningful way. Focusing on effort, not on whether you are naturally gifted, is the first step toward grit. Grit is not a genetic trait, it is a psychological muscle that can be deliberately grown and strengthened. Duckworth identifies 4 internal assets that every gritty person possesses, and which you can cultivate. 2. Asset 1, interest, the foundation of passion. You cannot sustain effort for a decade on a goal you don't genuinely care about. Grit starts with finding a task or domain that is intrinsically fascinating to you. The process, interest, is often discovered and developed, not simply found. It begins with novelty, followed by consistent practice, and is sustained by the understanding that the subject is meaningful. Don't quit too early simply because the first few steps were difficult. Stay open, explore, and let interests deepen into passions. 3. Asset 2, practice, the daily grind. Grit requires deliberate, intentional practice. This is not mindlessly going through the motions, it is focusing on your weaknesses and actively seeking ways to improve them. The 1% improvement, deliberate practice involves setting a stretch goal, focusing intensely, getting immediate and informative feedback, and then refining your approach. It's about being slightly outside your comfort zone every single day. The consistent pursuit of tiny, daily improvements is what compounds into elite skill over time. 4. Asset 3, purpose, the bigger picture. Grit is sustained when your goal is connected to something larger than yourself. If your passion is purely self-serving, it's easy to quit when things get difficult. Connecting to others, highly gritty people view their work, even if it's highly specialized, as contributing to the well-being of others or society. This external motivation provides the resilience needed to push through periods of extreme boredom or failure. They are driven by a sense of duty, not just personal gain. 5. Asset 4, hope, the mindset of perseverance. Hope, in the context of grit, is not passive optimism, it is the belief that your efforts matter and that you possess the power to make things better. This connects directly to Carol Dweck's growth mindset, which we've summarized previously. Reframing failure, gritty people see setbacks as temporary, specific, and manageable. They refuse to internalize failure as a reflection of their permanent ability. When they fall, they ask, "What is the new strategy, and how can I try again?" This powerful inner dialogue fuels perseverance. Grit is the defining factor of success because it gives you the capacity to fall down 7 times and get up 8. It allows you to sustain the high volume of deliberate practice necessary to compete at the highest levels. The path to growing your own grit starts with adopting a culture of effort over a culture of talent. Here is your immediate, actionable step from Spoken Library today. The gritty reevaluation. Identify one long-term goal, personal or professional, that you have abandoned in the past year. Reevaluate it through the lens of purpose. If you can connect that goal to a sense of contribution or service to others, commit to taking one small, deliberate step toward it today. Remember, fall in love with the process, not the outcome. Thank you for tuning into Spoken Library. If this summary empowered you to recognize the power of your own effort, please hit that subscribe button and share this episode. Until next time, stay gritty.